Hey guys, Luck here. So today I'm going to be doing a video to try to give guys that are having trouble doing the Diabolos run some tips on how you can try to do it, some ideas anyway. So you've probably seen the videos where I've been doing it with different units. This is a team that I built that is kind of has lower requirements to do, and I was able to complete it on auto at level 100 Diablos with this team. Now, for example, you might not really have these units or these vision cards, but maybe you can find a substitute. So I will be talking about each unit, and I will be talking about why I'm using them and um, how they have a purpose. So I'm going to start with actually Titus. So my Titus is level 120, and if you're having trouble with this run, maybe you don't have a level 120 Titus. Now I can't unlevel him, so I have to use the Titus that I have. So what I did instead was I gave him like stuff that is not as good. So for example, I gave him an Excalibur sword. So this sword only has 120 attack compared to the Brotherhood that everyone has, which is a higher attack. The Brotherhood also has like up to 16 modifier plus 8 slash plus 8 water, but the Brotherhood I'm using does not. It's just a basic sword that has 120 attack. The other stats don't really matter too much. I guess crit 9 is good, but that's about it. So I lowered his attack. Like he doesn't really need a TMR. I just gave it to him because, well, why not? It only has like 5 defense and 68 HP. This one, so I have a +5 version of this necklace, but even a +0 version will give him 15 critical up damage. So I hope you guys have at least a +0 necklace you can put on him to increase his crit damage. And then the vision card, I'm using a R variety card, which increases his attack by 30%. So hopefully you guys have something better. If you don't, you can still use this card, which gives you plus 30% attack. So the idea here is that I'm not even using bells on it. So because of that, I actually turned off all of his skills. Like I turned off quick hit, delay buster, everything. Well, you wouldn't even have this if you're not level 120. But I turned off everything except for spear shot. And the reason I did this was because spear shot has a very low AP. It only costs 10. It only costs 10 once you've leveled him up to I think 110 or something. I can't remember where it is. But even if not, even if he's not, even if he's only at level 99, I think it only costs like 14 AP. So it's one of the cheapest skills that's spammable. So on top of that, because he doesn't have bells, I left him at paddle and subjob and turned off all his other skills except for Saintly Wall. The reason I left Saintly Wall on is because it gives 40. It costs him 40 TP to use, so he generates 20 AP from using it on the first turn. So with that, he would have a lot more AP available to cast skills over the next 3-4 turns. So that's why I built him this way. And you can see even with this like build that he doesn't really have much good items, he still has 1,291 attack. It's a lot of attack, right? So what I'm trying to do with him is to use him as my main damage dealer. Even if he doesn't have bells, you can still use him like this to get a lot of use out of him. So that's how I set him up. So the next unit I'm going to talk about is Ultra. Now, you don't have to use Ultra. She's actually a little bit hard to use on the stage because she dies so easily. But I used her because, well, I wanted to show off different units, and again, like a lower rarity of units. You know, like so the thing is, like, I can't de-level my units, I can't de-level my vision cards, so I'm just trying to show like different ideas of things you can do. Like for example, you can build, I built a slash team. You can build a slash team of like dark units if you want, if you have them, right? Like you can build like Rune Stern and original Stern if you have maybe Whisper. Maybe you can do it that way, or you can use like an ice based team of Gilgamesh and Agrius, and I think she has Frevia has some ice abilities as well, like ice slash abilities. Like yeah, she has Blizzaga Blade. So you can build like different teams with the different units that you have. The teams that I invested in, I mean, I have them at maxed, so I can't really go back. So that's why I'm using these units to show off what I'm doing. But I mean, hopefully it gives you some ideas. So anyway, moving on. Eltra, so she dies very easily. So because of that, I gave her ranged TMR so that she has a little bit more survivability. I actually don't mind her dying off in the last, near the end. She actually does die, and that's okay, because she does her job. She does a lot of damage. I turned off all her skills except for her slash damage skills. So she only has Hazard Slash and Banish Blade turned on. Everything else is like off for Oh, and has yeah, everything else is off for multi, which means that she won't cast it in the raid. I also turned off all her time mage skills. Quicken is usually a very good ability, but it's not good in raid because in raid you're actually losing a turn to give it to somebody else, because you only have 20 turns to defeat your enemy. Defeat the boss. So if you're using Quicken, you give up one turn to give another unit a turn, but that's already like you're using up 2 turns to do one action, basically, right? So it's not really a good idea to use it in raids. Um, Eltra is not Eltra. El, I'm just gonna call her Elise, or or Elsa, because I keep getting her name wrong. So Elsa is my tank because she has the Woe of Love. So this gives you +5 hate. So I'm able to position my units such that, she takes 2 hits from the boss, and then she takes another hit from one of the ads. And I've turned off all her skills as well, except for Drain Rush and Stun Blade, because those cost less AP to use. I've turned off Maiming Slash because it costs a lot of AP, and Drain Rush hits 3 times, so it builds up chains faster. So that's why I'm using Drain Rush instead of the other skills. If she can't cast Drain Rush because she doesn't have enough AP, then she'll cast Stun Blade. Now on top of this, I've left only one buff on, and the buff that I left on is Magic Barrier. Now I don't need her to have Magic Barrier to survive. She can take the hits just fine. But the reason I leave Magic Barrier on is because it's a 40 TP skill, so it gives 20 AP just to use it. So again, I don't have bells on her, so this is a great skill to build up some AP. So only the skill is on, and the 2 other attack skills that I talked about are on for her. Now for Venera, so I did give her bells. If you don't have bells, I mean, it is probably a bit harder to do raids on auto if you don't have bells. But maybe another solution you can do is maybe if you have an item that gives a lot of TP, like for example this one, it gives you 42 TP, so that's 21 AP. The AI doesn't use it on auto, so maybe on the very first turn you can just use it yourself manually and move her somewhere and then click auto. Maybe that's a solution. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, maybe you can use somebody like Ildira or something where she starts with a high amount of AP, so you don't need to use keys as bells. But again, like raids are supposed to be a bit of a tougher content, so if you're not able to do it, you might just need to be able to. You might just not be able to do it because of the status your count is in, and maybe you can do it on the next one that comes out. But maybe with these tips, you can raise the level of your raids a little bit more, or maybe you can do it with like every 2 runs instead of every 1 run. Anyway, so with her, I left a surprising skill on actually. I left Heavenly Blade on, and I left Armor Cleaver on as well. The reason I left Heavenly Blade on is because on her first, not her first, but her second and third turn. The first turn she uses keys as spells, obviously. On her second and third turn, she will go around and use this skill and attack the boss and the minions together. And by the end of her third turn, all the minions will be dead. So the reason I want to get rid of the minions is because they will start targeting either Elshra or Elsa. And my Elshra is not built to handle damage. Like she takes a lot of dark damage already anyway, because being an MR, she has an even greater negative resistance to the type that she is weak to. So it takes additional 15% damage from dark, and then because she's a light element, she takes an additional 25 on top of that. So even the ads can kill her. So I don't want her to get killed by the ads. So that's why I left that on. I left Heavenly Blade on Venera to clear the ads. And that's on one side. And the other side, you will see in the run when you watch the run, you'll know what I mean. On the other side, the ads, if they attack my Elsa, they will start reducing the hate counter of the Vow of Love, and I don't want that either. So that's why I'm okay with the trade-off of using of 2 turns of not having Armor Cleaver and just using Heaven's what is it called again? Heaven's Blade, yeah, Heavenly Blade, to get rid of the ads. So that's something that helped. And so maybe like you can also make it a note to have some kind of unit that is able to use an AoE to clear them out if you're having trouble keeping your units alive. I don't have any healing in my team at all, because one turn I spend healing is one turn I don't do any damage. which in turn reduces my overall chance to beat the raid, right? You only have 20 turns to beat it, so it's like a race against the clock, really. Other than that, another thing that's important is to understand the type of the monster you're fighting. So the boss that I'm fighting is an Esper. So I have to make sure that the Espers that I'm using have a killer attribute to the Esper. So for example, I think this guy has it. No, he doesn't. But so the reason I'm using him, the reason I'm using Two-Headed Dragon is because he has Dark Eater. So the boss is a Dark Esper. So these skills, like the Dark Eater skills, will increase the damage that Vinera does on him. So that's why I'm using him. I am using Leviathan because, well, obviously it's great for water units, but even still, he also has the Esper Killer nodes as well. So I've taken the 25 water attack and the 15 Esper Killer nodes. The other nodes don't really matter, but these are the ones that you want. So if you're using Leviathan on not a water unit, like if you're using it on Gilgamesh or something, take the 25 Esper Killer nodes, and then, well, it doesn't really matter what else you take because it doesn't really help with this boss, but this will at least increase your damage modifier by 25. So that's a good one to use. I think Fenrir also has something like that. Let me just double check here. Fenrir, where is he? Here. So yep, Fenrir has Esper Killer as well. So these are the Espers I'm using to increase the damage of my team. So make sure you take those nodes to have a better chance of defeating the boss. Yeah, you spend like 50 vis to reassign your nodes and then reassign it back or something. But if it can help you get it done in like one shot or even like two shot, whereas before it would take 3 shots or something, I think that's worth it. It's only 100 vis to change it once and then change it back whenever you're done with the raid. So I think that's an okay cost. Other than that, I think those are the main points that I have. We can go through a run so you can see this team in action. But actually, before that, I'll just mention, like, there are so many other units that you can do this with. Like I was trying to build a team that is like not as like with the lowest requirements that I could think of to still succeed in one shot. That's why I built this team this way. But for example, I mean, like I said, you can use like Ruinstern and build a slash team there. You can use Halloween Rairu if you have him, because he does really good slash magic damage as well. And if you're like, you can even try like weird combinations. Like for example, Kilfei has Taunting Spell, which is a slash magic damage. She also, yeah, she has Stone Blade as well. It's the same thing, slash magic damage. So like skills like this might actually end up doing slash damage and do a lot of damage to the boss that you didn't think about before. So I picked this team, but I could probably have done an easier team with like Dwayne and Ruinstern, and I also have like a lot of vision cards maxed out. I could have used Titus's own card. I could have used the new Zazan card, for example. So there's a lot of ways to increase the damage output of this team. Also, I'm also doubling up on a lot of these effects that I don't have to. For example, this card, okay, it gives 15% agility to the team, but I could replace this card with the Chocobo card, if I can find it here. So it gives me 10 agility instead, and I can replace this card with where did it go? This one. Ooh, this one. At max, it gives me 35 slash. So like I could use this combination of cards to achieve the same thing. I don't have this card maxed out though. That's why I wasn't able to do that. But like you don't need to have a Ramza card. The Ramza card does increase slash attack of Elsa and Elise by 35, but like this card would have achieved the same thing, and they don't stack. So I could have done that as well. But instead, I'm using Aegon and I'm using Ramza because those are the cards I have. But yeah, I'm just going to show you a run now. Hopefully, it gives you an idea, and you can see in practice kind of what I was talking about. So press solo, create room, and this is all done in auto. So there we go. Hopefully it actually fails and something doesn't screw up. That would be terrible. Okay, so to start off, I gave her move 5 because I wanted her to be in this spot exactly, and you will see why that is nice. Now he used Saintly Wall, she uses Magic Barrier. Both of them get their AP up, and she casts the skill that gives her increased spirit. Um, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do that. If she wasn't there, I think Diabolos might have attacked Elsa. Um, and I'm also not sure about the ads. Like the ads might have attacked Elsa. So say both ads and Diablos attacked Elsa, all her hate's gone on turn one. Like the fight just started and all of her hate is gone. So I don't want that to happen. So that's why I moved Venera there so that she takes 2 hits. And as you can see, she cleared 2 of the ads already. And now she's using Drain Rush to increase the counter. Now she will do a surprising amount of damage. She will do the maximum damage with like 700 magic. She does so much damage, this MR. And all the ads are dead. So, you know, Venera did her job, and now she's gonna start using her Armor Cleaver. Titus does like a lot of damage too. Like I can easily increase his damage by a lot more. Like that I'm not using the best cards or even the best weapons. So you can use him as a mainstay of your team, and try to beat it that way. He'll still do like 11,000 damage. Insane. um, so she uses Armor Cleaver, and now Elshar's gonna die, but that's okay. She did her job. I think she did like almost like 30,000 damage, right? So that helped a lot to take the boss down. And now, let's see. I think this might be close. Oh, okay, it's close, and we won, so that's good. So anyway, that's a clear. Like I don't think people will have this exact team if you're struggling to beat this, but I'm hoping by telling you what each person on my team is doing, that it gives you some ideas to build a team of your own that you can tackle it. I think this item is pretty good, but it's not necessary. Like you can still go with the +0 version. I will show you my +5 to, not to show off, but to talk about the stats of it. So, like even a +0 will have 18 spirit and like 483 HP. So that's pretty good, right? Like you don't need to kill yourself to get a +5. Like for me, it was very easy because I was able to do it and get a lot of points very easily. But if you're not at that stage, that's okay. Like this item will come back and you can pick it up another time. Let me show you. I don't have Laswell's sword yet. I am still collecting recipes. Where did it go? Oh, I haven't crafted it. That's why it's not there. Here, Purple Lightning. I only have 31 recipes. I have not yet crafted this thing. And I was waiting for it to come back, and now it's back, so I might actually be able to get a sword for him now. Like, I don't need to build a +5 the very first time it comes. There will be other chances to get it as well. So don't feel like you need to get it or you're screwed, because you're not. Right? I really hope this video helped. I hope that you guys don't get so like discouraged by raids. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out down below in the comment section and ask me, and I'll do my best to answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care now. Bye.